Right, there's been a few videos on this Viacom Google thing, because Captain Awesome has declared war, so to speak. So I figured I'd post this as a response video, ask for response videos and responses and comments and all that crap. So here's one. Don't do this too often. Don't want to look like a sub whore. So anyway, yeah, well, whatever. I did find a link to the actual court order, so it's over there. And it's sort of interesting reading PDF file, which is really annoying, but whatever. There was a lot of things that Viacom was asking for. So they asked for the Google algorithm, the search algorithm, which I thought was really asking for a lot. So yeah, they didn't get that. It takes zillions of hours of work to create this brilliant marketing tool. Anyway, they also asked for the software for that fingerprinting thing they're doing, And I was reading about that someplace else, and where they actually can identify the video by some portion of it. Well, I found out they're just going by the audio, the track of the video, and they fingerprint some little part of that, watermark it, or create a watermark out of some part of it. And so I figured, well, that's sort of got a loophole in it, because I imagine somebody could do some distortion, and get away with it. But anyway, it's a whole different issue. They did say yes to the all removed videos. So millions of videos. Viacom's going to get a nice big porn collection, right? All removed videos. And they said yes to the view log. Yeah, well, that's got the IP address in it. And the funny part in there is the judge mentions a Google blog, where a Google employee was basically saying, well, IP addresses aren't worth shit, it really doesn't mean much, it's not personally identifying, because of course you have to go through the ISP and all the other crap to find out who the person is anyway. And so yeah, I mean, it's not really an invasion of privacy. I mean, every website you ever visit probably stores your IP address somewhere. I mean, 80% of them, something like that. I mean, I run a message board and I get the IP addresses. I don't do anything with them, but yeah, the software automatically grabs the IP address, so I can know the IP of everybody who's commenting. It really doesn't, I wouldn't be breaking the law if I switched the little button on the message board and all of a sudden the IP addresses all showed up, because I didn't guarantee anything regarding the IP addresses. So anyway, it's just, to me, this is a lot of, huffing and puffing, and there's no wind. So anyway, the other thing was they asked for the mono user database, or whatever they call it. And that apparently has like the keywords and what was flagged and all the comments in the video and all that kind of crap. It's sort of its history. And the judge said no to that, but they give them like some sort of sample. Apparently they can demonstrate if they need more. So they didn't give them also they wanted, I guess, the advertising scheme thing, and they said no to that for the videos. I thought that should have been given on that, just to be sure that YouTube wasn't taking advantage of popular videos. Certain ads go to popular videos versus unpopular ones, so it ends up that Viacom's content was creating more revenue than others, but who knows? An argument for the lawyers, I suppose. And I guess the last one the judge said yes to was they can know the scheme for how Google handles its videos, and I guess advertising on those videos, maybe. I'm not sure about that part. Don't remember. But anyway, yeah, it's worth reading, I think, just to see. The judge didn't make some kind of sloppy decision. It was pretty well thought out, I thought. So anyway, yeah, that's what's company supposed to do? I mean, this is somebody else's content, and if they have the IP address of some guy who, is upload a ton of videos. I mean, they have comments and videos where people are talking, about downloading their content and stealing it. I mean, that's what it is, right? It's stealing. And so, I mean, I would argue we need to change copyright law. Copyright law is the problem here. There's got to be a limit on it. It's just this idea of 90 years is bullshit. When somebody's made their money, when they've had plenty of time to make their money. That should be it. Then it should be public domain. The public should then own the product, because it's the public that has made it valuable, has rewarded the person who created it, and there's a point where the public should goddamn own it. It should be ours, because it becomes part of our culture, part of our heritage. And so it's time for us to do something new and innovative maybe with it. And this whole idea that everything has to be off limits is just idiotic. I mean, give us the artifacts, give us the the old and finished, and let people work with that. And then if they have that playground, then they won't need to be stealing the new content. So I say bullshit to the way copyright law is now. Bullshit, this whole idea of inheriting it, and they buy whole volumes and volumes of material, and it's nonsense. It's bullshit. It's just that they turn something that we give value to into a perpetual commodity, and they just I'm just saying, there's no rational reason economically to create 90-year copyrights. It's not going to wouldn't have any effect on people's desire to produce new content. They make their money in the first 10 years, the first 20 years for certain. The real creative forces, the people that really made it happen. So it's just the greedy capitalist blood-sucking bastards who take advantage after that. And fuck them. Fuck that. This part of the economy doesn't need to belong to them. They're not adding any value. They're just playing the capitalist game with us. We get nothing in return. Nothing, no productivity. And it certainly stifles creativity if we have to worry about, oh, I just used a 20-second Mr. Ed clip, I'm going to get sued. I mean, that's just bullshit. So, I mean, if you want to fix something, campaign against stupid, idiotic, moronic copyright law. Not against reasonable efforts to stop people who are just basically thieves. I mean, come on. It's like, oh, I'm going to be very popular by giving away somebody else's shit. I mean, come on, it's bullshit. I might empathize with it just because I like things for free too, but it's still bullshit, you know it. So, fuck all this nonsense hysteria. So then I guess I might as well throw in here, since it's sort of related on the DMCA thing. The masked analyst, he did another video, and I don't know if he said anything really important. He argued that it wouldn't do any good to suspend accounts regarding the DMCA stuff, and yeah, of course, not everybody's every psycho stalker doesn't have a YouTube account, but certainly there's going to be a few who are that type are definitely going to have accounts so they can communicate with the person they're stalking. So it wouldn't hurt to suspend that account, at least ID that person. And you keep arguing for the right of anonymity, but it's that very thing that gets us into big trouble, because then people, look, my name and address have been posted by at least, I don't know, 7 or 8 different accounts. I mean, maybe it's all one person, maybe it's 2 people. The fact is, I don't get to know any of that shit, okay? So some asshole can play with my life, and there's no consequence, because you think he has a right to be anonymous. It's just bullshit, all right? And don't say that's not a threat to people out there either. And yeah, there's simple mechanism we can create where at least it creates substantial deterrence for the system being abused. But, to advocate basically that we're going to make it even easier for these assholes to hide, it's bullshit, because somebody posts somebody's name and address, they can create a lot more, they can subject them to a lot more vulnerability than somebody being able to sue for an IP address, to actually file a lawsuit to get an IP address. So whatever, or at least promise to sue. As long as that promise is backed up with something, I don't see any problem. But anyway, enough said on that. There's some guy, I don't know. Well, yeah, the masked analyst also complained about the blocking. You know what? So it'll be policy from now on. If I have you blocked, I won't post any video responses to you, all right? I mean, the only reason why I did it for you, masked analysts, is it was a courtesy to you, so people could link to get to your video, okay? So fuck you. I can put it in the description. You see, there's plenty of room in there. I can put response to and the link to the fucking video. So fuck you and your implication. I'm not blocking you for my advantage. I'm blocking you because you sat there and endorsed goddamn fucking videos that, in my opinion, break the fucking law.
I have a right to do that, you dumb bastard. And so fuck you, and fuck all you other assholes who thinks it's, you know, whatever, Hitler-esque and all this other crap. There's plenty of people who block people, and everybody has their own goddamn reasons for doing it. And fuck you, all right? You still have your freedom to make goddamn videos. You have freedom to comment on anybody else's fucking videos. I'm just saying you're not gonna fucking bullshit here, all right? You're not gonna shit in my house. I don't have to take that crap, and I get plenty of it. So fuck you. Fuck this whining over blocking like this is some sort of offense. Fuck you. It's not an offense. I don't go to your house and shit, so you don't shit in mine. That's my simple fucking rule. You don't have to play by my rules. I know, you can play by your own fucking rules, but I'm just saying, these are the way I'm playing the game. You can play it some fucking other way. Alright, you fucking assholes.